Hey everyone, Kenny Tony coming at you today. We got this quick video. So I'm sitting down here with my boy Logan's YZ250F. I think it's 2002 according to the VIN. And what we've done is take the factory piston of his off. We're going to put it in the box and give him all his parts back. And he's got a replacement YZ coat that we've going to be put in there already. So I'm going to tell you how I did the rings, and then we're going to get some gaskets on and then go ahead and slide the cylinder over top. So looking down at the machine, it does have like a coil pack that mine doesn't have. Mine has like that all together in one. But when we get down here, this is the part number. It is a 4872M07700. The arrow points to the front. So you take the top ring, the end gap is over there. Next ring, the end gap is here. So then you go left and right here. You go to the 45-degree mark. This is the upper oil ring. Over here is the lower oil ring, and then you pick one of these two to put the oil expander, and mine's actually at this side. And the rings are all where they should be. And we're gonna go ahead and set the gasket on there and then get the cylinder on top. And so what I'm going to do is go to the other side and just got to kind of squeeze all the rings together and then slowly put them straight down on there. Easy if you just do one at a time. Good. We got something out over here. Alright, that's in there. Slide the chain up through the top. Slide back in. Then we're going to get the head gasket on. We're going to use the new one that came out of the Tusk kit. He sent to us. Alright everyone, so we have the piston installed with the correct location of the rings. We have the lower gasket put in, and we have the head gasket put in. Now, here's the valves here. I'm going to test them and see if they leak. We're going to go from there and see what happens. So I'm just going to show you all how I take my valves out. Nothing crazy. Basically just stick my hand underneath, hold the valve, and then push down with a socket. Nothing's hot. This is just the whole hold that. One. Alright, got them all out. 2 valves still just sitting in there. And we're going to go ahead and lap the other 2 in. So here are the valves that my friend purchased. Let's go ahead and get it switched out. So we're going to get the grinding compound and we're going to lap this valve in. So just going to suction cup on top and grind it. The shiny part there is the lap, so it should have a really nice seal on it. That new valve's in. What I'll do is get the spring back in like it came. And now we see the cap is on there with the 2 valves in. I use a little piece of paper towel going across the top. You can use a piece of paper towel, a piece of plastic, anything like that. I'm just going to use the plastic here on this. Back underneath and hold it. Cushion. Right. There we are, back on there. So, I'm going to go ahead and lap the other side in, and then we're going to come back on once we're about to put the head on. The head bolts, we're going to torque them down to 14 and then 28. Shorter ones are going to go on the outside, longer ones are going on the inside. Also, the longer ones have the Allen top. Run them in with this. Now we're going to go up to 28. Twenty-eight, 28, 28, 28. All right, head's officially installed. We're going to go ahead and put this oil catch here and these two bolts on the side. Go ahead, reconnect this hose here, tighten down that clamp. So let's go ahead and get these windows out and get the timing on. And we're going to just rotate this over until we get the timing mark on. I'm going to show you all. what they are when I get them. Here we go. See that timing mark right there? So there's like an H and a dash. That dash needs to be straight up and down in here. And then we're going to line the cams up. So the automatic decompression is this little ball here. Goes in and out. When it's spinning, it's out. When it's not spinning, it's in. And the timing marks are these dots that you see. So there'll be two of them kind of at a 45 from each other, none around the else. One goes in the air and one goes flush with here. Same thing on this one. E, go this way, exhaust, intake, and then the top mark. So as you can see, our hash is still here, but you can't see that. But we're not quite on with our timing. One of the dots is flush. Once we take the tension out, this one is off by 1 tooth. So we just need to more like it. So once we put the tension back on, we tighten everything up, move everything a little bit. So let me get it right back where it should be. Right there. So everything is on. Dot, dot, and it's lined up at the bottom. So what we're going to do is go ahead and put the tops back on, torque those down to about, I think they're about 8 foot-pounds, and then keep moving. We do have these little circlips to go into the motor. They sit on top of the cam to make sure they don't slide in and out or anything, but make sure you don't drop these into the motor. Bunch of black bolts, we're going to get all those in. Just a little bit of play, which is good. Nothing's too tight. So we're just going to get the exhaust on the other side and we're pretty much done. So here we go with my buddy Logan's YZ250F. I want to see if he wants me to keep it and do any cleaning up to the motor, powder coating or anything like that. I don't want to just jump into it if it's something we're going to have a financial agreement into. So, you know, I don't want him to feel obligated to pay for things that he didn't want. But, you know, we'll go from there. My camera cut out on the last one, but the head was fine. I needed to make sure the valves didn't leak. And the one exhaust valve had a tiny leak in it. So I figured I'd give it a shot and I put it on there and I put it on there. And then when I tried to turn it over with hands, it had tons of compression. So I was like, well, if it's gonna hold compression and it's got compression, might as well put it back together. Put it back together, shot it with some starting fluid. It started right up, but here we are. And if you warm them up and then they're hard to start, your valves are out of spec and this thing is hot. Alright everyone, so I'm not expecting big things. To be honest with you, I'm not expecting it to kick over first kick, because that seems like what happens whenever I turn the camera on. I don't have the best luck. But over here we have the hot start plug, which is in. And we're going to pull the choke, saddle up, find the compression stroke, and kick. Alright everyone, thank you for checking out this video. This is going to actually conclude it. So basically what we're going to do is just remove the decompression lever, because we put the automatic decompressing cam in there, and we're going to get this thing back off to my boy. Thank you for checking out this video. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and we're going to be coming at you with 2 LTRs, and we're going to do some work to them. I am real tempted to keep one for myself, but we will see where that gets us here in a bit.